I live with my boyfriend, and he's not the biggest health nut as much as I am, so that's understandable. I'm like that crazy. So I like to kind of sneak in some certain health benefits where I can. Hey, hi, hello you guys. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hey, what's good? My name is Blair. I am a dietetic student, so I love health, I love food, and I love sharing it. So I was talking to some of my friends about just like certain everyday tips and tricks I do in the kitchen, and I realized they were really surprised about a lot of them, and they were like, girl, you need to share the wealth. So here I am. I don't really know what I'm titling this video, but we'll figure that out. But basically I'm gonna share just my everyday tips and tricks that I do to make either food taste better or elevate the flavors without adding extra calories and sugar and all that stuff you don't need. Okay, so if you're interested, then just keep on watching. Okay, so my first little tip trick is one of my favorites, and a lot of my friends started to do this as well after I told them. So what it is elevating just your normal almond milk. So I always get unsweetened almond milk plain. A lot of almond milks or nut milks in general tend to have a lot of extra ingredients and sugar and stuff that makes it taste good, but it's not the best for you and it's just not necessary. You can do it yourself at home. So what I always do is I buy just an unsweetened plain almond milk. This is actually new from Trader Joe's. It's just almonds and water. And then what I like to do is flavor it vanilla and make it a little sweeter. So what I do is I just add some liquid stevia to make it sweet, some vanilla extract to make it vanilla-y, and so I'm not adding any sugar with this. You could also add cinnamon to it or pumpkin pie spice if you want a little pumpkin pie milk. What I do is take your almond milk, some vanilla extract. Sorry, my bottle is like extremely ratchet and gross, but I just use this one from Kirkland, Costco brand. I feel like it lasts forever because you only use so little, but I do like a little cap full, and this is all dependent on how sweet you want it. Like a cap full, I put that right in. So that's the vanilla flavor. And then I add, depending on the size of the milk and all that stuff, just kind of add it to your personal sweetness. I'm gonna try 2 of these. This is almost out, so it's not actually full syringes. You shake it up. A lot of this is trial and error.
Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty.
Okay. And then, since I'm the only one who drinks almond milk in this house, I can do this. Oh yeah, so much better. So, oh wow, that's so good. I only use almond milk as like a creamer for my coffees. So this is now tasting like a vanilla sweetened almond milk without the extra calories, without the extra sugar or additives. And you probably have this stuff at home. You'd probably have vanilla extract, but if not, you should get some stevia. This is from Trader Joe's, just the organic liquid stevia. I don't know if it'll focus. It's not gonna focus, but that's my first hack, tip. I don't really know, but it's really good. You should try it. Okay, so that first tip is definitely one of my favorites. I love using that almond milk in my coffee. And next, we are going to talk about actual coffee. So I like to get just plain black coffee, like pretty cheap. I try to get organic, doesn't always happen, not the end of the world. I just get plain black coffee. I usually get decaf, and then if I want some caffeine, I'll mix caffeinated grounds in as well, and then I'll just kind of shake it up. This is one of those OXO containers. I love it, it's like airtight. All right, so it's just black coffee. Since it is a fall and pumpkin spice, I decided to make my own pumpkin flavored coffee without paying the premium of getting a flavored coffee. And then you can also control what's in it. You know what I'm saying? All right, so what you do, let me bring it down. Okay, what you do is you take your coffee grounds. I have cinnamon here, pumpkin pie spice, and some ground nutmeg. And all I'm gonna do is add that to the grounds. However much, however little you want. Some pumpkin pie spice. This is what's gonna give that pumpkin flavor. And if you don't wanna do a big batch like this, you can do it per serving in your coffee maker. Like if you have like filter paper, you can just, for however many scoops you want, just add this in per cup, if that makes sense. So, but I'm just doing it this little batch. Some nutmeg. Close it up. Shake it up. Oh my god, it smells so good. And oh my god, you can't really tell, but it smells like pumpkin coffee. Like I just paid a premium for pumpkin spice, but yo, girl's not paying any premiums, okay? All right, so that is how I make my pumpkin spice coffee at home for cheap, and then you just make your coffee as you would, and then I just add some of my milk, and it's a beautiful, delicious, pumpkin-y, vanilla-y, amazing latte. So, another one of my favorite hacks. All right, moving on to more food items. This next one is another classic because I live with my boyfriend and he's not the biggest health nut as much as I am. So that's understandable. I'm like that crazy. So I like to kind of sneak in some certain health benefits where I can. So peanut butter. I get these big jars from Costco. The only ingredients are peanuts and salt. I like to do this usually right when I get it, before I even put it in the fridge, but this one's kind of been in the fridge for a while because I wanted to film this video before I did it. So we've kind of been eating this already. But what I like to do is doctor up my peanut butter or almond butter or whatever nut butter you have to be more superfood friendly. So I like to add things like flaxseed meal, hemp hearts, chia seeds, you can do coconut flakes, you could do like cinnamon, you could add spices, you can flavor up your peanut butter however much you want. You could also add stevia to make it sweeter, to seem like there is that added sugar in there. It's so good. I'm just gonna do flaxseed meal today because it's not very easily detected, and my boyfriend, again, like I said, he's on to me now, he's a little sensitive, but if I was eating this alone, I would load it up with unsweetened coconut shreds, hemp hearts, chia seeds, flaxseed meal, cinnamon, just a bunch of superfoods so that it gives it some texture, maybe a little bit of crunch with those chia seeds and the hemp hearts. So good. So I'm gonna add flax meal. Flax meal is just a great source of healthy fats and omegas, and it's a great way to sneak in a superfood for a picky family that will have no idea. I promise you this, okay? Had to get crafty over my years. Wow, I just sounded like I'm like 80 years old. Okay, I've been doing this for like probably 3 years, but give me a break, okay? So you got your peanut butter. This angle is whack, I'm so sorry. Flaxseed meal. A spoon. Get a bigger spoon. So I'm gonna do probably like 1 tablespoon at a time and just kind of mix it in there. It really is gonna just blend in and they have no idea. I sound like I'm like trying to trick my boyfriend, but like he really has no clue that I did anything different, but I'm adding a ton of health benefits to something that he eats every day. And he has no idea. See, it blends seamlessly when it's in there. And you literally can't taste it at all, I promise. I know personally that a lot of people have an issue with natural peanut butters that are just like peanuts and salt because the sugar aspect. So feel free to add a couple drops of stevia in there and then add some superfoods. You know, take one step at a time, but if you slowly start to do them, they get used to them, palates change, people have no idea. It's a win-win, really. Oh, sorry, I hate that noise. Next, which one should we do? Let's do hummus, or I like to say, hummus. This is a fun one. So I always get my hummus in this huge size from Costco. It is the pine nut, wow, hello, can you read? Roasted pine nut hummus. And it looks like this. It has like a couple pine nuts on the top, whatever. Essentially, if you know anything about ratios, this little topping is not enough for this hummus, okay? So what happens is you eat this hummus, you eat the toppings really fast, you go through them really fast, and then the rest of your hummus is essentially plain hummus, and no one got time for that, okay? So what I like to do is we enjoy the pine nuts as they are, and then when it gets down to that plain hummus, we spice it up. Either we'll split it up into different containers so we can make different flavors of hummus, but we'll add things like olive tapenade, so we can make like a olive tapenade hummus, okay. So this is from Trader Joe's. It's just olive tapenade, or you can add a sriracha to one, make a sriracha hummus, or you could add everything with the bagel seasoning, or you can add garlic. You can make it basically whatever flavored you want. And then this big tub of hummus isn't so boring, and it lasts you a long time, and you can please a bunch of different palates in your family, and then you don't have to eat plain hummus. That's because like this, I eat this like in 2 seconds. So that's another tip that I always use. Adding your own toppings to hummus, it's like, it seems like a no-brainer, but it's really good, okay? All right, and my last tip for you guys is sauces. So we eat a lot of salsa and pasta sauce in this house, and we usually try to get sauces that have minimal ingredients. Let's just use salsa for example. We get this at Costco, shocking, right? Mateo salsa, here are the ingredients, and they claim to be medium spicy. If you know anything about me, I'm a queen of spice. To a fault sometimes. I love spicy food, and I will make things too spicy on accident, or basically when I'm buying pre-made like sauces, if I'm buying like an arrabbiata sauce, pasta sauce, or a salsa, it's never spicy enough for me, okay? So what I do is I take it upon myself to add my own sauces and spices. So I'll do this with pasta sauce, like I said, and salsa. This is my favorite hot sauce from Trader Joe's. It's the habanero hot sauce. If you like spice, try this out. Let me know what you think. But if you're a psychopath like myself, I feel like I shouldn't even show this because it's so spicy, and like literally you need a drop. And I'm like, you'll taste it. This capsicum Korean hot sauce. I get mine off Amazon. I can link it below. But it's no joke, you guys. So I'm sorry. If you buy anything store-bought and that's too spicy for you, this is, don't even look at this. Like, forget I mentioned that. Okay? But if you're like me and nothing is spicy enough ever, then try it out, okay? It's not that expensive. Well, maybe it is for the size of it, but you literally use a drop, and I've had this for months, and this is all I've used, okay? Whereas this I've had for like 2 days. I have a problem, like I know I do, okay? But yeah, add it to pasta sauces, salsas, make it spicy, then you know the actual spice level of it, you know what's in it. Try to get it as minimally processed as you can, and then add your own seasonings as you go. All right, you guys, that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. This kind of just came to me when I was talking to my friends, and they're like, no one does these except you, and you need to tell everyone about these tips. So if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know. I could easily do a part 2. I just kind of limited it to my 5 for this one to kind of see how it was received. But let me know if you want me to do a part 2. Like and subscribe. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for your support as always. And yeah, I hope you have a great day, and I will catch you in the next one. Finger guns, okay. Bye guys.